Now, hello everybody and welcome to Naomi's All-Inclusive World, where today I would like us to look at insomnia, what it is, and how much of a concern it should be to someone who is experiencing it. Karibu. Ideally, after a day's hustles, of running around, being a mom or a dad or an employee and all that, when you go lie down and call it really a day, or like we say, when you retire for the day, okay, apart from that annoying sheep, you should be able to fall asleep. That is the ideal, that is the norm, that is the expected, that when we have finished our day's hustles and now called it a day and now retiring our tired bodies, we should be able to fall asleep. It therefore should concern us when we are not able to sleep, even when we are tired. It should concern us when we go to lie down after an evening's good shower and you go lie down and for some reason you just cannot fall asleep. That should be an issue or a concern that maybe should prompt you to look for help. Now, insomnia in the simplest of language is just that difficulty of falling asleep. That sheep. Okay, let's go on. Now, we are not talking about here having a difficulty of falling asleep because you're stressed or because you're broke, or because you are afraid of oversleeping and missing your interview tomorrow, or you are afraid of oversleeping and missing your flight. No, we worry. These are life's worries, and we all go through that. And you might just realize that instead of having fallen asleep at 10 p.m. you ended up falling asleep at 11, something like that, or you fall asleep and you abruptly are awoken with a concern that is your head, and so on. And then probably after you are done with that interview or you're done with that appointment, you're good and you go back to your routine, and that's fine. That is what should happen, really. Insomnia case here is, I'm talking about a case where even when all is good, you've eaten, you're not in pain, you're not anxious about something, you are just, you are all right, with life. But somehow you just cannot fall asleep and retain the sleep for a good time to let your body rest. That is what I'm talking about. Now, when you realize especially that falling and staying asleep is very rare or cannot be maintained for a long time, you might actually want to seek for professional help. It could then be this condition I'm talking about or referring to as insomnia. Now, what will make it more concerning, or what will make it a serious issue, might not really necessarily be you not being able to fall asleep or sleep, consistently for a good time. It will be the effects of you not having rested that will eventually catch up with you. Because sleep is not for the idle. Sleep is not for those ones who are done with watching a movie or who have nothing else to do. Sleep is good for every human being that has a heartbeat. And lack of it can have very, very bad consequences. And that's what I'm talking about. So that lack of your body being able to rest well consistently. Consistently here is the emphasis, because we have people who fall asleep and in 50 minutes mtu ameamka. They have to try again and fall asleep. After an hour they get up again, and then now, no, that should not be happening. Someone should be able to sleep, consistently for a good number of hours, and be woken up by natural things like, maybe your bladder is full, something like that, or probably you are woken up with something like a cough. But again, quickly go back to sleep. But when you realize you are so struggling to fall asleep, your mind is traveling to Madagascar, it comes back, it goes to the village, it comes back, you even wake up kidogo, look at the laptop, blah blahs, look at TikTok, and then you feel a little sleepy, you go to bed, usingize ikuji. That might be insomnia, and you really might want to look for professional help, because lack of sleep has cost people's lives on the highways. Because then from nowhere your system gives in and you are on a highway and you are behind the wheels. You are driving, or you are on the highway and so on, and that can catch up with you. So the side effects of insomnia, the side effects of someone not having proper and consistent sleep is what can be so bad. And that is what should actually prompt you to go look for help before that danger comes. Now, you might realize actually if you go get professional help, you might be told, for instance, like during this time when you're monitoring and trying to look at the pattern of your sleep, avoid maybe driving, avoid doing this, change a few things in your lifestyle, because like I said earlier on, a normal tired person, a normal tired hustler should be able to fall asleep without necessarily being under any influence. So when you realize like lazima ukunywe pombe before you fall asleep, you have to sniff something before you fall asleep, like you have to induce your sleep, then there is a problem. And guys, sometimes we wait until it's too late for us to start looking back and thinking, by the way, maybe he was suffering from insomnia. Call out your family member, call out your colleague, call out your friend, your neighbor, and so on, that you might think their concentration is not very good. And probably it could be because they're not having proper and enough sleep. Because this person, tomorrow, this person might be the school bus driver of your child. You don't want a driver who is actually not well driving the school bus your kid is using. You do not want a chef, who actually makes the food you pass by on your lunchtime or wherever over the weekends for you to go cook, being the person who is suffering from this, and next time utasikia ameanguka ndani ya sufuria, or they mixed the food badly, or they did this. And again, insomnia can also make yourself a danger to yourself, can make you a danger to yourself, because when you don't rest enough, before you think of you ending up causing an accident that might hurt someone else, you might be the very first victim of this very condition. So guys, sleeping and having proper sleep is not laziness, is not really a luxury, it is a necessity. It is a very, very important ingredient in us being balanced in our life's runnings. I thought I needed to mention that, guys. So in case you probably are struggling with sleep, you might want to check, just ask yourself if you could relate with some of these things and seek for professional help. Insomnia can be treated, insomnia can be managed. So find proper help, find proper professional help, and see if probably this, or maybe if you might just be overthinking about this issue. So yeah, I'll see you in my next episode, and in the meantime, make sure you have sufficient sleep, because lack of it can be really disabling to both you and any other person in your space. Thanks for now, and see you then. And in the meantime, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're my first timer. And again, thank you so much if you're passing by here for the first time. I hope you stay around and stick around and look forward to many more episodes. And if you're my returning subscriber, asante sana. Let's keep doing this. And for tonight, remember to have enough sleep. Bye for now.